So hi, good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm fantastic. Thanks
Okay.
to
So how's
asking.
the day going?
My day is very good. Nowadays, it's having raining nowadays. That's why I'm at home because we have our own institute, so I have to go there for teaching computer. But nowadays, I'm not going
Oh, so
because of
nowadays
raining.
you're not able to. Now you're not able to go due to this heavy rain from the last few days,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So as we are meeting for the first time, would you mind introducing yourself, please?
Definitely, sir. Definitely. So, my name is Deepa Agrawal. I'm from Gwalior, MP. I have completed my post graduation in 4 subjects. So my first subject is zoology, and uh, then second subject in English literature. And
Okay,
if I talk
that's great.
about my hobbies, so my hobbies are dancing, drawing, and reading books a lot. That's all about me.
Oh, that's all about you. That's great to hear. So do you want to know about me as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So as you know, I think my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi and I am from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. About my education, recently I completed my master's degree in English literature. Apart from this, I conduct sessions for my students. So I'm a spoken English trainer online. So that's all about me.
Very
Okay.
good, sir. I'm watching your videos for a long time. I've been watching your videos for a long time. So very interested. I'm very interested for talking with you because I heard many times you are Navodaya. You are Navodaya, and I'm also Navodaya. So I want to talk with you.
Wow. Oh, that's
Yeah,
great. You are ex-Navodaya. You also did study in Navodaya Vidyalaya, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Then tell me like how was your experience being in Navodaya and when did you pass out? And what about your school in which district it was?
Actually, I belong to Supri district, Sipuri. Our Navodaya is located at Narvar, Pangata Narvar, and my experience was not very much good because I had to left Navodaya after 8th standard because of some health issues. But I'm
Okay.
connected nowadays. I'm connected with uh, my schoolmates and my teachers as well, and my seniors as well.
Okay, so you studied there for only 3 years, sixth, seventh,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
eighth.
but my
Then you
yeah,
left Navodaya
but
and you studied outside.
I yeah, yeah. I learned a lot in during these 3 years. I learned a lot from Navodaya. How to maintain
Exactly.
our daily routine, how to maintain our books and our clothes, or how to handle our own work, our own ourselves. So I learned a lot during.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is a great institute where we can learn how to be self-dependent, how to handle everything, how to
yeah.
manage things, how to take decisions. I would say because you do not get actually the phone all the time, so you can talk to your mother and father that this is happening. So you have to take decision by yourself there. And I learned a lot, but I was there. Fortunately, I was there for 7 years from 2012 to 2019, and I in the beginning of Navodaya, actually, it was very difficult for me there, to be honest. But later in 11th and 12th, I enjoyed a lot. I studied and I got a great environment. So till now, of course, I'm happy that I got a chance to study there. So yeah, it was a wonderful institute and organization, I would say. So okay.
But
So now coming on to yes. Do you have any question?
yes, actually, between Navodaya students, there are a good relationship, and so I want to connect with you because we have a big friend circle and a big team, Navodaya Worldwide Navodayan. You can
Mhm.
see on Facebook group. So there are many Navodayans are available. So we enjoyed everything. And last year I went to Navodaya for a seminar. So I enjoyed a lot that day.
Oh, that's great. So you went to your Navodaya and for the seminar on, they call it alumni meet. It was a seminar or alumni meet. What was that?
uh, uh, Alumni meet, sir.
Yeah, exactly. They just invite all those past students and they share their experience and everything. So exactly. But I did not go back to my Navodaya till now. Maybe in future I'll go there actually. So, but I'm connected with a lot of people and I help them with the spoken English also if they ask anything. So that's how it is. Okay. So coming back to another question related to spoken English, that why you started spoken English journey, why do you think it is so important for you and in your life?
Yeah, sir, it is very good question because sir, last year I fell down in my room unfortunately because of high BP. So I had to rest, bed rest for 4 months. 4 months. So
Uh-huh.
one day I thought that I am good in teaching and I know many things. I have completed my post graduation in 4 subjects, but why I am not success I can say I thought that why I'm not success till now. So that day I thought I realized that my problem is that I'm not able to speak. I'm able to speak teaching. I know how to teach in a good way. Any subject I can teach, not only English but also my favorite subject is English and zoology. So I'm able to teach any subject, but problem is that I'm not able to speak a single sentence. So I decided that day I have to learn this beautiful language because my since my schooling my favorite subject is English, and I got good marks, you know, in 10th standard and 12th standard I got 49 marks out of 50. But
Wow, that's
problem
great.
was that speaking is my problem. So that day I decided and I started my journey. But nowadays I'm learning because I think that my condition is not better. That still I'm learning.
Yes, I can understand. Of course, getting marks in English subject is totally different from spoken English. Even though I scored good in 12th, I was not very good in 10th, to be honest. But in 12th, I studied hard and I worked really hard on this English and I scored good. But I was not able to speak English because speaking English is totally different from written English. So then when I passed out, then I started working on it. And I have completed more than 4 years and I try to speak every day. I try to interact with the people. Nowadays I'm trying to conduct sessions for my students. I train them. So it is all about consistency. The more you speak, better you become. It does not matter that how you, like, if you study for hours and hours, if you read for hours and hours, that is not going to help you with your speaking English. Particularly you have to do your this mouth muscles exercise, then only you will be able to speak, right? So, okay, so how long have you been practicing English? How long it has been?
Yeah, so I started my practicing last June. Last
Okay.
June, I have started my practicing, but after 2 months, my condition was not good, and I practiced again. I pick up my uh, books and my notes and started because I have I prepared for a competitive examination for 3 months. Sorry, 3 years for banking and SSC. So I had took coaching classes 2 times, competitive English. So my grammar part was completed, but my speaking condition was very lost. So I pick up again many times. I picked my books and my notes, and I tried to learn. But when it comes to speaking, so I'm not prepared to speak single sentence. But one day I decided uh, I'm ready to speak the wrong English. It's no matter who is laughing at me, but I don't care, and even laugh at me, so it's okay. But I try to speak. So I start. That's why I start speaking last June.
Okay, so it's been more than a year you have been practicing spoken English particularly. Okay, yes, whatever you said, that is exactly right. Even though if you are perfect in grammar, even though if you are a grammar teacher of English, then also I
Yeah.
cannot say that you will be able to speak good English. I have seen many teachers who are very good in grammar, but when it comes to spoken English, they are not able to manage. They are not able to speak very well English because it is the matter of practice only. Okay. So,
Right.
okay. So, as you said, you started practicing, it's been 1 year. So, what are the ways you follow to do practice? What kind of activities you do every day to become better in spoken English?
Actually, sir, initially I'm not prepared to speaking. So my mouth muscles were not active. So I started reading a lot. So I have a many. I can say I'm a bookworm. So I read a lot books, but Hindi version. But that day I decided to prefer English version. So I read a lot loudly. So when I read a lot loud, so that's this like this way, I'm able to speak some sentences, not fluent, but I'm able to speak some sentences. And I started my speaking with my short introduction. I give my introduction in front of mirror, but uh, seriously, I'm not to prefer in front of mirror because I'm hesitate with myself. I'm hesitate. I'm able to
Please.
speak in front of others, but I'm not able to speak in front of myself. I cannot
Exactly. Because here
connect
you are
I can
looking at my
connect my
face,
eyes.
but in front of mirror you have to see yourself. And we do
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like a face. It's very difficult. We feel like, how am I speaking? How am I looking? But right now you're focusing on my face. You're looking at me, right? And I'm looking at you.
yeah,
So I do not have to look at myself. It's very difficult
yeah,
to face yourself either on camera. If you are recording a solo video also, that is also difficult, right? There you are able to see yourself. But in conversation, I feel also it's easier than recording solo content or speaking in front of mirror.
yeah. And second thing is that I make some friends and I made some friends and I connect a Zoom meeting and I call them and sometimes they call me and we connect each other in evening time because we all are housewives, so we have a lot of work. So
Mm.
in evening time we feel free. So at least 45 minutes we connected to each other and start speaking. It's no matter we are speaking good or bad, but we could we took a topic and after that we started speaking and we started giving our opinion that topic. So, like this, we started our journey, and not only me, my 2 and 3 friends as well. So that's why I can say I'm on the way fulfill my desire.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, it's a process and it takes time. It cannot be fulfilled in a day or night. It takes time. You have to be patient enough to see results. For me, it's been 4 years. Till now, I work on myself to become better because this is a language. Nobody is perfect. Nobody can be
Right, right.
perfect. There are always areas of improvement. Okay. So it means that's how you practice. So what about any other applications? Did you try to improve your English to talk with the
Actually,
strangers?
yeah, last year I purchased Joe's app, but it's not
Those
working on
jokes.
me because I was not consistent there. So it was not working at me. I lost my money and after that I realized nothing is working on me. So I have to try myself and as I told you I took coaching classes for 3 times for competitive examination. So I went to my tutor again, and I took some tips, and I started my journey.
Okay, you asked your teacher that how can I practice spoken English, and he or
Yeah, yeah.
she suggested some tips and tricks. Then you started working on yourself, right?
So
Because you
he
were
told
not
me
consistent
one
skills.
day, yeah, one day he told me, Deepa, you want to be fluent in English, but you are not ready to speak wrong English. If you are ready to speak wrong sentences and wrong English, so you can learn in future. But if you are thinking like this, one day I will be fluent. After that, I started speaking. So that day will never come. So if you are ready to speak wrong English, so definitely you will be fluent in English.
Yes, that's absolutely right. I agree with that because you cannot speak perfect English. Even though if you practice grammar for 5 years, 10 years, then also you cannot say that you are going to speak 100% accurate English. You have to make
Right, right.
mistakes because maybe you can have correct sentences in your head, but it is not certain that they will come out from your mouth in a way you are thinking. So whatever we think in our head, it's very difficult to speak the same. So the journey from here to here is not easy. It's very difficult from head to your tongue. So because we are habitual to speak a language that is Hindi, because English is a foreign language for us, right? If your tongue does not know how to speak English, how your tongue is going to be comfortable speaking 100% current English, right? So if I would say, take an example of a boy who is 3 or 4 years old. So he cannot speak correct, 100% correct Hindi also, right? So because he has to
Mhm.
learn and his parents are correcting him, okay? That no, 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 this is not right, this is wrong, try to speak this. Then he improves. The same with the spoken in English. We are a small child for this language. We have to think that
Right.
maybe our age can be anything, but we are a small child for spoken English. So we have to be patient enough and we should not be very hard on ourselves that why I'm not able to speak English like a native speaker in 2 months, 6 months. No, it's not that easy. Of course, it is not difficult, but it is not that easy also. So you have to work, you have to practice, and you have to talk with the people every day. Then only it is possible.
Yeah, actually, sir,
Okay.
it is not a subject. It is not a subject. It is a language. But problem is that everyone think about it. It is a subject, so we can complete it only 3 and 4 months. So when we
Yeah.
take it as a subject, so we can complete. Really, we can complete our grammar part in 3 months and 4 months. But it comes to speaking, so it's not right. We cannot fluent. No one cannot fluent. 3 and 4 months. During 3 and 4 months, no one can not fluent.
Yeah, but some coaching institutes they give you guarantee that they are going to make you fluent in 90 days or 45 days.
Yeah,
So, but
getting,
I do not
but
believe
sir,
that's true.
yeah,
Mhm.
they are teaching only grammar, and I think 2 and 3 months they are teaching only grammar again and again. But when it comes to speaking, so students are not ready to speak. They think that I'm not comfortable. I don't feel comfortable, so I cannot speak single sentence. But
Mm,
my tutor told me, if you are ready to speak wrong English, initially you have to speak wrong. After that, you can
exactly.
improve.
Yes, it's always journey from broken English to spoken English. So until unless you're not going to speak broken English, you would not be able to speak correct English. So it happens, but most of the people think that by learning grammar they will be able to speak English, but that is not correct. You have to speak English for speaking. That is only the way. And as you said, of course, it's not a subject that if you know the formula of trigonometry, then you will be able to solve all the questions. English is
Right,
not
right,
like that. Even though if you know all the tenses, if you know the all the formula, then also you will not be able to speak correct English because this is matter of practice only. Okay, the more
right.
you do practice, the better you become. So every day you have to give tasks to your mind that you have to speak at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or 50 minutes every day. You have to face your challenges. You have to face your fears, speak on camera, speak to people. Then only it is possible.
Right.
Yes. Okay, so do you have any question for me, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Definitely, I have a question. Actually, problem is that, sir, everyone want to become fluent in English nowadays. We
Mhm.
can see every woman want to speak English. But problem is that they are not able to understand how can start their journey. How can they start their
Mm.
journey? So,
Right.
please give your opinion about it.
So the first and most important thing for the language is listening. For any single
Hmm.
language, Hindi, English, Marathi, Bengali, whatever you want to learn, first you should be a great listener. There is a statement as well. If you are a good listener, you can be a great speaker. Without listening, you cannot get the right sound of the language. For getting sound, style, words, and everything, you need to listen to that language. So anyone who wants to start their journey, first they should start listening to this language whenever they get time. If you're talking about ladies, whenever they get time while cooking or in the afternoon, or if they're preparing anything, they can play a podcast and they can listen to it. That will create an environment, even though if they will not be able to give 120%, but at least they will get 10 or 20% in their head, and they would feel and familiar and they would relate to that language. Then they can practice watching to the content as well, because by watching we understand that how to express ourselves, emotions,
Hmm.
hand gestures, body movement, posture, sitting posture, facial expression, that how do you express happiness, sadness, everything you should
Right.
reflect from your body. That we can learn by watching someone who is a good communicator. Then speaking, then try to speak as much as you can. Make some friends with whom you can express yourself without any fear of judgment, without caring that you are making a lot of mistakes. Speak as much as you can. In the beginning, quantity matters a lot, not quality. In the beginning, you have to practice more and more hours. Later, you can reduce your hours and you can do quality practice. So, but in the beginning, make sure you speak as much as you can. So your tongue is going to be comfortable speaking this language. That's what I recommend. I would summarize in a sentence that listen, watch, and speak as much as you can. That will help you to become a better speaker.
Right.
So, okay, any other
And
question do
sir,
you have? Mhm.
second question is that many person says that we have to learn vocab, lot of vocab. So please give your opinion about it. We are we need to learn a lot of words or not while speaking, because
It's a
I learn.
choice.
So if I talk about myself, so I learn a lot. I can say 2,000 words, 2,000 cross words. I learned, but
Yeah, because you did preparation
when
for SSC, I think, right? So
yeah,
SSC, right? Banking and SSC. So you learned a lot of words, but are you able to
yeah,
use
many
them in your speaking?
synonyms and many words I have learned. But the problem is that when I speaking, so during speaking I forget everything. I thought that when I speaking, so I think that in starting my condition is okay, mm, still okay, but if I talk about initial days, so I fumble again and again. I'm not able to I was not able to speak a single sentence in proper way, and I humble when I want to speak. I humble, and I had no word in my mind. So please
Mm.
give your opinion about it. What is the role of vocab?
So it is all about lack of confidence, lack of practice. Even though you said that you know a lot of words, okay? Everybody knows
Hmm.
common words because we have been learning English as a subject since childhood, right? We know
Right.
common words. But mind give excuses to yourself that due to vocabulary only you are not able to speak English. But that is not correct. Without knowing a lot of, I would say, advanced and fancy words, you can speak English. It is not compulsory for you to use hard and very difficult words. I would say in Hindi, Do you use a lot of difficult words of Hindi in day-to-day life?
No, no. We cannot
Right.
use. We have learned a lot Paryavachi Sabd in Hindi, but we are not using a single sentence like we are saying to sun Surya, Suraj and Surya, but we are
Yes,
not
exactly.
use like this Debakar and Bhaskar and other words. So like this, yeah.
So the same thing with English. It's up to man that if they want to decorate their language, if they want to, of course, for the decoration of the language, we can use figure of speech in Hindi as well. We can use in Hindi also there muhavre, lokuktiyan, all these things are there, right? But do we use every day? I don't really think so. I do not use it personally. So, but the same with English. If you want to use a lot of words, work on it consciously, practice with others, repeat them again and again, use, make stories, make sentences, and sometimes take time to think, to use that word particularly. That's right. And apart from this, it depends on a person. When it comes to me, I do not use a lot of difficult words because I think I want to sound simple and easygoing speaker. So most of the people they can understand. The meaning of communication is you should reach out to more and more people. If you are like addressing to 10 people, at least 8 people should understand your thought, whatever you are trying to say. But maybe, and it depends on audience as well, what kind of audience you have. If you are speaking, if I'll give you an example of Shashi Tharoor is famous for his English, but he gives speeches in the UK Parliament, right? He's speaking in front of English people. So for him, it's completely okay. But if you're speaking English in front of villagers who do not even know English, what is the meaning of using that high-fi words and difficult English, right? So it's all about your audience, that where are you speaking English? And then 55% non-verbal communications matters, means your facial expression, all those things which I told you. 38% intonation, rise and fall of the language, and 7% vocabulary matters. Only 7% words, they are
Mm.
important in your spoken English. So that you should understand, like 55, then 38, then 7%. So you should categorize things, and after that, it's up to you that if you want to sound very advanced and a proficient and pro level speaker, you want to use 3 or 4 words in a single 3 or 4 words in a single sentence, then you can do it. It's up to you, and it's up to people like what kind of speaker they want to be. Some people are like Sudha Murthy and some people are like Shashi Tharoor. So everybody has their own style and own way of speaking English. They can choose whatever they want.
Definitely right, sir.
Yes. So okay. Any other question you're left with?
Yes, sir. So, sir, if someone want to practice English every day on daily basis, so how can we how can we practice on daily basis? We can, as you told that we can listen during cooking and cooking and laying on bed and every when we are doing any work, so we can listen. But it comes to speaking, so how which type practice we can do for speaking practice?
We should dedicate particular time for speaking. First thing is that if you first you should find partners. That is very important. If you nowadays a lot of virtual platforms are there, as you said, Joe Skills, Ace Fluency, Be Angrage, Speakify, CV. Many platforms are there where you can interact with the strangers, right? By taking their subscription plan or some 30 minutes or 20 minutes they provide for free also, right? And second thing, if you are not comfortable talking to them, then you can record yourself on camera, take a topic and speak it for 5 minutes at least. Or you can speak with the chat GPT also without fear of judgment, because you're not talking to a human, you are talking to that chat GPT. So that will give you the feedback. But the most practical way is to speak with the real people as much as you can.
Mhm.
So allocate time, at least do practice 30 minutes, take out time from your schedule in the evening or morning and speak with people. That's the way to become better. And consistency matters a lot. Make sure
Right,
that
right.
you, at least if you're not able to speak 30 minutes, at least you should speak for 10 or 15 minutes. Yes. Any other question?
No, sir, my question are completed.
So, okay. So thank you so much. Many, many thanks to you, Deepa ma'am. It was really, really nice talking to you. And all the best. And I would say keep practicing, keep talking to people as much as you can. Keep watching content, keep listening to speakers. That is going to help you to be comfortable while speaking. And only way is consistency if you want to become better. So do not leave, do not take a break. Try to be consistent as much as you can,
Right,
because this is not our language, this is foreign language to us. And as you are from Gwalior, as you said, so we do not have any surrounding of spoken English here, right? So you have to create a virtual environment where you can speak with people.
right.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Many thanks to you. All the best. Bye bye, take care.